Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Christina at Homeschool and Grace, and today's video is a weekly update. Not a weekly update. This is a quarterly update. Okay, so if you have seen my kindergarten video, you know I have gotten so behind on making videos. So I'm going to share a quarterly update for my 2nd and 5th grader for Rome to the Reformation. So again, I'm sorry that I have not been getting my weekly updates out, but this is just going to be where we're at. We're to week 10 now. We'll be starting week 11. And so this is going to be an update for weeks 5 through 8. Sorry, 5 through 9. And let me go back, because if I keep waiting and doing just little bits at a time, I'm going to forget what I even taught. So we have been going through Romans. I'm just going to start at the top and we'll kind of work our way through what we've been working on. So we've been working through Romans. And I'm going to get my big board. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so here's my big board. We've had this for like 4 years now, but I love it. So this is always our Bible verse board. Oh, there's a lot of verses on it now. So we started out with just the top 3, and we've worked through these and really digested and chewed on them and what they mean. My girls are actually really enjoying the Bible time, and I feel like it's been a really great time to really disciple them in what the scriptures are saying and what to take from them, or how to interpret what they're saying, because they're kind of like, let's look at one. Okay, so we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. So we would really discuss what that meant, going more line by line in it. We can know that in all things, that means the good and the bad, God works for the good of those who love him. So his chosen ones, his ones that he has saved, and who have been called according to his purpose. So when we've been called according to his purpose, he's going to work it out for his good and for the good of us. And sometimes what's good for us is painful and hard, and just discussing that with them and how we grow from certain situations and what does God mean for us in this, and asking these questions that are not always easy, like, why do people suffer? Well, why did Joseph suffer? Why does anyone suffer? Why do people suffer in the Bible? Why do people suffer now? Well, sometimes it's what God has called us to. So anyways, stuff like that. Probably spoke a little too long on that. But anyway, so we've been working through Romans. So I got recently, I was really excited, the Victor Journey Through the Bible. So this is what used to be recommended for like reference to your Bible readings. I'll get what's now. So the DK Illustrated Family Bible. So this is what comes with the curriculum now. This was the old one. This is really hard to find. I shouldn't say really hard, but I had to buy it off of eBay. It's no longer in print. And the curriculum says you don't need it if you have this one, but I really wanted this one. And I feel like Bible time is like our richest time right now for school. Like the girls just have so many questions, and we're just really like spending a lot of time like understanding what we're reading. So I'll give an example of like what it looks like in here. So it's typically a short, like, what the scripture is talking about, and maybe some pictures, references. And this one, so I typically may read from this one and then show the pictures from this one, because I really like the artwork in this one. So just stuff like this, just really neat pictures. So we've been using both of them, and I really like them both, especially to help with the discussion. What was really cool that the girls studied was prophecy for the birth of Jesus. And prophecy is so important because it tells us if prophecy didn't come true, then what's the purpose of the Bible? We need to know our prophecy. So the prophecy is all about Jesus we went through, and then they would reference where in the New Testament it was fulfilled and where the prophetic statements were originally said in the Old Testament. So the New Testament fulfilled the prophetic statements of the Old Testament. So I loved this part. I thought it was so cool to talk with them about it. And we also did like the Messiah. They wrote some stuff on Jesus. And yeah, so that was really cool. And if you are a new believer or you don't feel like you quite understand the Bible very well to then teach your children more than just reading the scriptures, I highly recommend finding a really good commentary Bible. Like John Corson's got a great one. Who else? John MacArthur. I know of other pastors I've watched on certain sermons. So like I've watched John Corson. He does like chapter by chapter through the Bible. So you could like watch it the night before the chapters you're going to be teaching on, and then talk with your children to disciple them the next day. I think that's a great idea. Paul Washer did a lot of things. He's another great pastor on Romans. He's also doing one right now all through Proverbs for kids specifically on his Heart Cry curriculum channel on YouTube. So I'll try and link all these down below. If you're interested in any of that, or if you just want some more help with like, how do I actually teach my kids this? Because it's really hard. I recommend starting there. So, okay. So we went through the prophecies, and then we went through talking a lot about Bible, but it's seriously, I think, very important right now to disciple my kids in this. So we went through Luke and Matthew. They learned about a synagogue school. They had a lot of fun with that because they got to eat some honey. So they talk a lot about how sweet the Word of God is, and so they eat honey, just like honey is sweet. Yep, so we went through Luke, and I think that was it. Okay. Let's see, what next? We're continuing through with our English from the roots up. This has been really fun. So the way we've been doing it this year is I just keep quizzing them on the words from the past on each, because you learn 2 new words a week, so that's kind of how we're testing. I'm not doing like a test at the end of the week. I just kind of am testing throughout the week on previous words learned, and that's been really helpful. So spelling. So we're still using Spelling Power. I really like Spelling Power. I think it's a great program. I'm going to be honest, like we've kind of been hit or miss with it. It's one of those ones that's been hard to like get in each week. So it's either we do a week of spelling and then like the next week we skip it, or it seems more like we've been skipping it more than I'd like. I'm hoping in January we'll get our routine better and just do better with it. And then for my other daughter, we're still working through spelling by sound and structure. So she is doing really well with this still. And again, I'm not quizzing her on this. She's just writing in the words. We're just using it as like a workbook and just to practice, reading the words that she might not recognize necessarily with like different vowel blends and consonant blends and stuff like that. So that's pretty much how we've been using this. Not necessarily as like, memorize your spelling words. Okay, English. I'm still liking English for both of them. I have not been as diligent to make my second grader do the written work as I was with my first second grader. My second grader is not a huge writing fan, and so this is not the battle I've been wanting to pick lately. I feel like in later years it'll be worth the battle, but right now it's not. Okay, so for my 5th grader, she's still working through her language lessons for today, and I do tend to make her write because for one, she doesn't mind writing as much, and it's just good practice. So, and she's 5th grade, so she can definitely write. Let's see, she also is doing, did I forget to grab it? Her writing skills. We're a little bit behind, but not, I think, okay, we haven't done week 8's lesson. We're like week 7. There you go. What am I trying to say? Again, it's been hard to get everything in a day, and we've just been starting school later than we really should. I have a lot of excuses, I feel like. It's just been an off year. and it's November. And from everything I've heard, November is always kind of the year for homeschooling. You're kind of ready for the holidays and for your Christmas break, and I think we're just getting there. Okay. What else? Okay, we're still working through like this kind of stuff. The Roman Empire. Oh, nope. The Roman Empire. An Ancient World. And Streams of Civilization I forgot to grab. My girls all seem to like these. And we also finished up Augustus Caesar's World. I think we totally finished this, but we might be coming back to it. I thought this was excellent. I didn't know that much about Rome, but this has really shed a lot of light. And we also watched Ben-Hur. I had never watched Ben-Hur, and it was very good and sad too. Some sad parts. And what else did we watch? We got this video about like what was his name? Archaeologist Arizona or something. It was recommended in the book basket, and I had to kind of dig to find the video. You may be able to find it at your library. I can't remember the name of it, but like ancient civilizations of Rome, maybe that's what it was called. But it's a really cute video, and my kids really liked it on Rome. So I'll try and link it below if I can find it, but it was really hard to find. I think I had to find it used, maybe on eBay. They learned about Roman soldiers. Which is really interesting because we learned about like what a century is for soldiers and a cohort and a legion of soldiers. So it made you really think of like the verse like when there was a legion of demons. Like that's a lot. So it equals like 5,000. Like that's a lot. And then, or was it a legion of angels that came when Jesus was born? It was a legion. Like there's just so many. Like if you really think about what that meant. So they did that. They also did map work. So migrating from India and Mesopotamia, the Germanic tribes, how the months were named. I think I showed that one last time. Okay, I think that was it. Let me double check through my weeks. We were supposed to make resurrection cookies. We didn't make those, unfortunately. We also made a Roman bridge with like pennies and just a card. And then they also, I bought all the boxes to make the Roman arch, but we haven't done it yet. We still plan to do that because we have all these boxes of Jell-O. It was called for pudding, but what was really funny is that I thought they meant pudding cups. So I bought all these pudding cups. I made the girls eat all this pudding, and then it was almost the week of it, and we go to do it, and it was pudding boxes. I did not buy pudding boxes. So, and we're not that big of pudding fans. My kids would rather eat Jell-O than pudding. So, I ended up buying Jell-O boxes, but again, we haven't done it yet. So that is on the list of things to do. Okay, so also we've been making lots of, I'm going to move on to science. So the body book, we've been making a lot of models. I'll show a couple of their models. I think they're pretty cool. Okay, so they made an ear model. Just put a smiley face for ear canal. Okay, so like it totally opens up. There's all these cool things with the models. So that was really cool. And they also did, she didn't finish hers, but so they made this funny for all the senses, and they were supposed to staple this on. My other daughter did, and cut out so that it like folds open, but she didn't do hers. But they also did a skin one and an eye one, and the eye one was really interesting because my third daughter, Hannah, has a congenital cataract, and so it really helped to show them like how the eye works and how hers, she had her lens removed, and so she doesn't have that part. And I should show you the model. Okay, I forgot they also made a mouth. And they had to label all the different parts of the taste buds. And this was the eye. And all the different parts of the eye. So this is actually wrong. The lens is supposed to be clear. So that's what my daughter, Hannah, had removed, was her lens. So it would be like that, because she didn't have a lens. She doesn't have a lens. So she wears a contact because she doesn't have a lens. So that was for science, for the body book. And this is a nice, like, easy reference one. I like that. That comes with it. And then the human body for every kid. We don't do, there's like experiments to do with it. We don't do that, but I will. There's always questions. And so if there's a diagram, I'll print it out and like blow it up. And then I'll read the question and have them pick it. And we'll discuss it that way. And that seems to be the best way for us. I've seen like on the Facebook file section for the Facebook group for Rome to Reformation, like people have made like science pages, and we tried to do that and it just didn't work. So this seemed to be the easiest because this book isn't quite their favorite, but we still get it done. Okay, that was science. Okay, math. My second grader is still working through primary mathematics 1B. She's getting really close to being done. It's a little bit different learning math. I don't think we got any farther. When I first taught this with my oldest, I think we got to 2A. And I'm trying to remember when you start learning your math like stacked. What would that be? Vertical? Because the going across this way, it's a little tough for her. So let me know if you ever changed yours to go just up and down vertical. But she's been working through that still. And then my oldest is getting very close to being done with Gamma for Matthew C. We've been really working through her multiplication math facts, and so she's been doing really well with that. Okay, so for art, they're still been working through their God and the History of Art. So they did this is the part where I like, where it's just like the history of the art. So they did ancient Rome, and they worked on some letters. What else did we do? They attempted to make their own Roman arches, like drawing it. You can kind of see it. She should have colored it so you can see it a little better. We did do a lot of hand lessons and like perspectives. And let's see, where's the hand? That might be in the other book. And like drawing people and hands. And I love drawing hands. I used to take art as a kid in high school and stuff. And I think the hands are really cool to draw. Music, we've still been working through Haydn, and we finished up Haydn, and we'll be starting with, is it Mozart? I'm forgetting. Yes, Mozart, we're to Mozart. So we totally listen to all the music. I always really enjoy it, and it kind of calms everyone down. Let's just listen to some classical music. The read-alouds were the Bronze Bow, and we did not get this read, unfortunately, and I think it's probably a great book. Got to chapter 5. It just did not get done this year. This is like the first time we have not gotten a read aloud done, which totally bums me out. But that's okay. We just had to keep going forward. So now we're to Twice Freed, and we're right on track with Twice Freed, so we're going to stay on track. And my daughter was really excited because it's by Patricia St. John, and I really like her books, and I think my daughter likes them too. So I think that's it. That was a lot. But that was our quarter update. So we got a lot done. I've got a huge pile around me. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Leave any questions or comments down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button. And I hope to see you at the next video. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.